really feel like there was... Oh no, my battery is running low. I didn't really feel like there was time to get ready, to do to be live, like to go live, to come live, to get ready to come alive now online. So I didn't get ready because I am ready for anything. Apart from I have 20% battery, so it's okay. And I'm also talking very low at the moment because, you know, it's like 11 p.m. in the UK. England, wherever we may be. We are in England at the moment. I'm in England. We are not in England. I am in England. Great Britain, so Great Britain, Brits. Shoes. Yeah, so well, there's no really much point waiting for someone to arrive, is there? One at a time. Volume too low. Jeez, how to speak loudly. Open mouth more widely. Hello, welcome to I'm Not Ready to Be Live, but here am I anyway. So, what do we think about Royal Family UK? Like, have they what constitutional powers? The thing is showing me there's no one here now, so I was talking to you, and then you've gone according to the numbers. And isn't there a book in the Old Testament? Torah, Bible. Get word wrong. Jordan, phone. Peterson, help! I'm getting word wrong. Is there not a book in the? Oh, jeez, do you hate Jordan? No. Is there not a book in the Bible called Numbers? Well, I've not read that one. I haven't, so I'm not lying about that. I'm just like, what the royal family? Do they have like? So say I'm HMHM, His Majesty, Her Majesty, because I don't remember a time in my lifetime before now when the King and the Queen held the throne together. That's really good news. Now, when it comes to spending money, who says when they can and can't spend money? Because, hello, one person. I'm just wondering about what real freedoms they have and what real constitutional powers they have, and how are we in England a democracy? That how long has it been this way? Like, how are they? Like, does anyone who has studied politics here? These are my questions, really. Like, how to spend money, or like, what about these massive enclosures and everything? I don't know. Who's to say the royal family are free? Like, really free? I mean, there's a really good book in the Hertford Library, which is not far from here. And I genuinely felt one day when I went in there looking for something specific about the royal family, and found I was about to leave, and I just managed to like grab this book and start flicking through it. And with it being like a physical thing in my hands, like that I was able to like let my eyes rest upon the words on the page and like absorb them without any kind of interference, you know, like LED kind of interference, and just like looking at it. I felt like I learnt more in that like 5 minutes. Maybe it wasn't just 5, it was a while ago that I did this, and I just honestly felt that I like absorbed more of that information in that time in the library than I generally do on the internet, because I feel that the light emitting device light in my face, yeah, just the book was good. The book was good, and it was something to do with like the monarch, like she cannot be tried for a crime or something. Like, if she may become the royal monarch person, douche languages, yeah, criminal activity. I don't know. I'm just not sure how long they've been in captivity like that for the royal family, and I'm not really sure, like, how people can be nationalists and not royalists and so on, and how there's a lot. And the people can spend like a good decade of their work life delving into these subjects in a profound way, and I'm literally just skimming along the top of the ponds. I'm just here. I just like wondered why do they not really hold any constitutional power, our monarchy? Why are they just on the stamp, postage stamp? And what the monarchy like? And also, what was it happened with Keir Starmer in the UK? Was Parliament was getting a telling off recently, wasn't he? That was not that long ago. And then there was one member of Parliament. I'm sorry, I've forgotten their name. There was plenty of people that were being told off by the whip, the chairman of the house or whatever. Anyway, this one lady, I'm going to assume she's a homeowner. So, well, actually, I'm a leaseholder, so I don't own any land, so I'm not a landlady. Ladies and gentlemen, in the past were people that owned land. So I'm not actually a landlady because I'm a leaseholder of an apartment. I don't own the freehold, which is the land. Anyhow, so no, this woman, this MP, she was told to sit down and leave the chamber, like all in one sentence. I don't know what I've done with that video, but I'm just like, yeah. So I'm like, what the constitutional power of the people shouting outside? I don't know, but I don't think I've got any closer to answering that at the moment. That question about what are they doing in Parliament? Then it goes to the Lords. So the Lords are born into their roles. The landowners, and then they go, yeah, to a law. Like, do we need more laws? I think we need to sort out the taxation system. Me and Gary probably on a similar deal with that. Like, and also like I've lost the website which tells me that my income in the UK puts me and with a home to live in, puts me in the top. Sorry, it puts me at the 30th percentile of income in the UK. Like, that is, but all the tea in China, and coffee, and avocado, and kale surprise. Quite honestly, kale surprise. Yeah, don't know. Just so then if so what does the King and Queen do? Because I feel for them. I really I'm getting concerned. And then allegedly, they have drink blood and rape children. And I'm like, I think. So and also the king is maybe a Muslim. We don't know. I remember we don't know. It's none of my business. Like a few years ago, actually a really long time ago, because my dad was still living in N2. Maybe like 25 years ago, I remember hearing that that when Charles would be king, he wanted to be the defender of the faith or something, but he's still the defender of the faith. Like, he didn't ask to be the head of the Church of England. He didn't like ask for that. Well, maybe he did, but he was born into that role, and like, he respects all major. How to explain? He doesn't hate Muslims. Is that fair? And that's not a problem with me at all. I'm just saying. I don't want to get anyone confused with my own confusion. I'm just like, lots of things going on. Lots of, because look, Her Majesty. This is not in the comedy section anymore. I'm trying to move my belongings into the news and politics because I feel that's probably the better place for my stuff. And also on videos and that, like, your choices are like entertainment, comedy, automobiles and stuff like this. And I'm like, whatever the last video was listed at, the next video also sits in that thing. And I'm like, I can't really find the right category for myself. But other than the search engine, like, what does it even matter? Like, why is YouTube so many questions? Like, when my video goes offline and it's like, is this altered content? Are you paid any promotion? I'm like, the taxpayer is paying for me to live here, right? So that's not Boots Opticians, EE, T-Mobile, Orange, or whoever the new ones are these days. Like, that's none of them. Not Cadbury's, Boots Opticians, did I say? Boots. They have loads of points. So points make offers. And just like, yeah, they don't pay taxes. So there's like, what, because your company is listed in Bermuda or something, you don't have to pay tax. But like, above the 30th, because remember, my income puts me, I'm on welfare, that's it, puts me in the 30th percentile. Like, seriously? What? £1,700 a month and somewhere to live puts me in the 30th percentile of incomes in the UK, right? So then the major tax burden, if we're allowed to call it that, I don't know, is between the 30th and the 80th, maybe, income. And then the rest of you, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We got it covered, bro. We got it. You did it on the way up. Right. But, you know, if I register myself in an offshore Jersey or something, I don't know. I'm not here to like say you should be royalist or you should be this or you should be that. I'm just like, what is a democracy? Under this current system, it doesn't, I'm not sure what go on. So I thought I'd ask you, and nobody's here to talk. But there was a comment. I saw it pop up. I thought I did. Oh, hello. Wow, that is a long name. Hi, hello, aloha. Hi. Can I try reading your name? It's wobbling. Yeah. No. I know it ends with a, ends in numbers. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just like, well, and also, loads of things. Thanks for me emojis. I love it. I love your reactions. It's all right. I've rinsed 5% of the 20% battery that I have left. I'm not sure what to say about it, but going to the library helps. That definitely helps. Shall I keep it short? Yes. ChatGPT. I feel like on Reddit ages ago I wrote at least one poem and I felt like people might have thought ChatGPT did it, and I'm like, no, I did that. It was about Louis Manui that, anyway, media. So how are your parents? How's your neighbour? How's your dog? How's your sister? How are you? Oh, bloody how are you questions. How are you? How do you do? I'm not sure what to say to that sometimes. Sometimes I say, when people say, how are you? I say, are you a psychiatrist? Because usually I have to pay for their time. Stuff like that. But it's in English language. What other greetings should we adopt? Wait, what other greetings have, like, in other places have, just how are you? It's terribly personal, isn't it? Like, and also it begets a really kind of short answer. Like, good, fine, yeah, you know. I think. Yeah. That. It doesn't actually go very far back, this one. So, alright, well, I don't know. But Rizvan was nice. Bit difficult to take days off in Rizvan. It's all go, like, find like the April, May period like supremely kind of busy for a lot of people. Not just me. Oh, my light disappeared. What's your favourite bird? Ooh. My favourite... Oh, man, I don't know. I really don't. There's lots, isn't there? Like, that I've seen in person. A heron, I think. Kingfisher. And there's plenty more. Is it Commodore, isn't it? Commodore. There's a Commodore that I've seen, but not for a few years. All right. Well, look. Thanks for answering my call to question what the monarchy, and trying to avoid innuendos. But it's okay. Look, believe me or not, it makes little difference to where I'm sitting. What else can I suggest? Right, 16 minutes this has been. I don't want to long it out. There's just silence in the chat, please. Silence. How many other people here are still worried about what they did during 2020 and 2021? And if so, who do you talk to about it? Huh? Genuine questions. I have a wound. I do have a wound. A scar. Sorry about that. I have a nos. I do have a nos. There's a link in the description to phone in. That's what we'll do, okay? That's what I will do. Let's wait until my battery runs out. 12% now. And if anybody phones in, you'll run the battery down quicker. Otherwise, I'll be waiting here for a phone in that never happens. And that's, you know, just like Rihanna. Pay me what you are me. Do, do. Pay me what you want me. Pay me what you want me. Accidentally brilliant. I'm just talking about a playlist that's on my page called Chris's Cross. It was originally called Pay Me What, and then it was called Pay Me What URME, and now it's called Chris is Cross. And I was watching I was listening to Chris Cross jump, and then I happened to glance at the video, and I was like, I cannot unsee that. It is vile. Who else here does not watch porn? Am I cold? Well, I have hypothyroidism and my mum has Raynaud's disease, so I have the heating on, in fact, like in this room. But like there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 7 radiators in my flat, and only I think like 2 or 3 of them are on at the moment, but just like super low, like doesn't need to get to 27 degrees or whatever in here. Yeah. I don't know. I need to read 17,000 books to get to the end of this. Look at this. I love this shit, man. So there's a new virus, isn't there, apparently? Is this going to be the one that we're going to get put in lockdown again? I don't know. I don't know the answers to that. I do know that Bill Gates made a few videos a few years ago saying that the next pandemic would get everyone's attention. As if the last one didn't. Like, And I'm going to say I've already had a jab, like, and it did not protect me from C19 because I got C19 like 2 or 3 weeks later in hospital. So the jab did me no good whatsoever. Apart from like it raised my resting heart rate from 60 to 90. Do I believe in aliens? YouTube is asking me to add a Q&A sticker, and it just doesn't say, do you believe in aliens? It's gone now. It said, believe in aliens. If you like, you know, I don't know. I don't care. 10% according to... Oh, yeah. You know what? I was looking at Polymer. My chat has said to me the chance of the Harana virus, whatever it is, 10% according to Polymarket. Now, from what I saw of that, recommended by Russell Brand, I was like, oh, thank you, Russell, an actual useful resource. And I went there and no, it's actually we answer the questions. Is that right? Like what we think? I don't know. I did not look at it long enough. But like I said, it's an LED, so I don't want to look at it at all. Like I'm just like, the more I put my phone away, the better I am. And like there is so much on YouTube nowadays. I salute. I don't know, just it's a lot. And there's no poetry section, so you know, so news and politics is where we're at. Yeah, I don't know what the chance of a Havard virus. I mean, they're doing this all the time in the press anyway. A virus here and a virus there. And my dad, who was a high-level Freemason, told me in about 2004, sometime between 2004 and 2005, maybe, that like you cannot vaccinate against a cold virus because it mutates too quickly. And he should know. He seemed a bit concerned about it. He didn't live long enough to see the fruition of his words. He also told me that nobody at Nokia owns a mobile phone. That dates it quite a bit. 10% chance of a global coronavirus. I don't know. And I respect everyone's autonomy in their decisions about what medical treatment they pursue, basically. And I don't really respect, you know, when people, like countries, entire countries are given free drugs to give to the people, or they're not allowed to leave their homes again and go to the shops and whatnot, which is what they were told in some parts of North Africa. I think that's pretty low. And what I was doing for my C19 tests in 2020, because I tried to go to Tunisia in like, I think it was like August 2020, like literally leave the country. And I got to the airport, my neighbour Steve drove me to the airport, and I didn't have a C19 test. I mean, like I didn't have that was what I didn't have, wasn't it? Yeah, no, like, but I did some tests. I think it was like the second. I must have tried to go again or something. I don't know. It was a long time ago, but I was just going and spitting, bringing fluid out my nose and bringing fluid out of my chest, out of my mouth, and dipping the thing in it rather than it going up my nose. And I was testing negative. I mean, and other people were like sticking the wick in a mango and whatnot, and it was testing positive. I mean, but yeah. After one Pfizer in December 2021, then in January 2022, I tested positive for COVID-19. So, you know, I suppose, you know, exclamation. Yeah. Any more thoughts? 9% battery. I could go. I think we have covered all buses. I'd like a straight jacket of some, like a corset. It's what I kind of want. I don't know. I know my boobs are super heavy. Vaccine doesn't prevent infection, says somebody in the chat. It's just an opinion. It doesn't mean I hold on to it. Leave off treatment when health is good. I'm not sure like that vaccines are truly preventative medicine. Right? I'm not sure that they are. That's all. I've had loads of vaccines before. Waving. Hello, Amy. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I have no words of wisdom today. But I did come up with the next name, because like we've got Gen Z and then like nothing. So I was like, what about Gen TLE? Tell Gen next Gen tell Gen TLE. Trying to look out the window. Yeah, this radiator is off and this radiator is on. Right, I'm not telling porcupines that there's an actual fact. And I think the radiator in here is slightly on. Oh, let's turn this around. I've been scribbling on the walls again. Like, it's just the height of dyslexiaism, quite honestly. Don't shout at me, both my brothers have dyslexiaism. No lights in bathroom. Oh well. Like I care. Look at this face. What has happened to this woman? You enjoying this at home? Oh, another one. The swipe generation says IZEDUI. They learn to swipe before reading. Ugh. We are post-disaster. Almost, I think. Are we not? I think so. Because of the money. Because of the financial injustice. Like, I know him and her, Charles, right? No disrespect, because I have to talk somehow. Champions the environment. Not going to disagree with him. But, I mean, what else to do if you've got no constitutional power? This electric is forever. But the taxation system, because a lot of these problems wouldn't have happened if we'd been good with money, and we've not been very good with money for a long time, Great Britain. And I don't even have that much history to go on, you know? Yes, swipe before reading. Right, well, this is miserable, isn't it? Look, guys and girls and gays and swirls. It is Tuesday night. In 44 minutes, I think. No. In about half an hour, we're going officially into Tuesday night. Followed by Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, and Wednesday evening. Something like that. Crypto is the way, says Isaac, that you get forward to make a lot of money. Well, there is a problem with harvesting loosh, as some people call it loosh, harvesting energy from human bodies. Like, they can call us mammals and primates if they want to. Freedom of speech. Project Bizarre. Project BIZARRE. However, consent, informed consent, and doubly informed consent, like parental knowledge, okay? Plus, there's a ... wasn't there? Plus, I'm not even like there are not many films that I'm really that into, and The Matrix is not one of them. Sorry. Plagiarism. But yeah, don't know. I'm just like harvesting energy. You good, bro? Yes, Jagadagara. We're all right here. We're just winding down to the 5% battery. That's all, because there's no one here now. It's just there's one person here. Yes, sleep well. Big hugs. I'm not sure the crypto is the way forwards to make loads of money. Because within a few years, to be able to access your money, you will need to take a microchip here. This is my right hand. I know it looks like it's my left, but that's because I'm in a mirror. In this fleshy part, like a lot of Sweden has already had this done here. So all your crypto that you're like busy saving, and all your gold that's just going up and up and up and up and up, like in a few short years, it's 2026. Okay, so we have Agenda 2030. At some point, there's going to be a global cataclysm. There's going to be a one world government. There's going to be a massive depopulation. There won't be a shortage of housing anymore. You're going to have to put a thing in your hand or in your forehead to buy and sell. And then what good will your wealth be to you and those that you love and care about? Look, I'm not gonna disagree with you that making loads of money will change your life. IZEDUI. But well done. You made money. Like now what? So yeah. So I'm not. So the final point of this before my battery expires was not surprised that we're feeling the pinch in this part of the world now, considering, like I said, all the tea in China and coffee and fabrics, and because there was a time when I was on X, I think it was like a year ago, and I stumbled across some people talking about how we should be wearing cotton, eating organic and stuff, and I'm like, you just don't know. You just don't know. My income has always been, since I left home, on average, so we're talking from 1999 to now, an average of £2,000 a month. That was money that my dad was signing the checks. My mum would get a checkbook, and she'd have to sign every one of them. And then he would sign for me every month for £1,000 or £1,500. And my rent was paid. And that was, the money came from my granddad and from my mum. And my dad, when he passed away in 2011, didn't leave me anything, according to my brothers. So how would I know? I wasn't at the will reading, but wouldn't be surprised if my dad left me nothing. He kept my umbrella, for goodness sake. So yeah. So, and he had loads of money. My dad, that is. So I don't see how, it's how you spend it, quite honestly. It's, how you earn it is important. But also the whole shebang, man. Well done. You learnt about crypto and you benefited from it. I'm not disgruntling you that. It's not. I'm not surprised that we're feeling the pinch now. I'm not surprised that everything costs so much. There are people picking tea in places, living in huts provided to them by their employers, like huts. Stuff is happening in the Middle East, in the Holy Land. It's been going on for a minute. I do care, but I don't know enough about it to say loads about it. And my niche is more like, don't know. I don't know what my niche is, but here I am. Look, I'm really glad for you. I'm really glad that you know how to do crypto. It's brilliant. I was told in 2012 that it was illegal. So, and then in 2016, when I did come into the rest of my money, which was quite a lot, my granddad was a very, very good man. because it is stressful. Like, to be honest, to be the only person with a freaking trust fund, it is so annoying. When I came into my money, I wanted to put some in gold, and I was told no. And if it had happened, I wouldn't be in debt. Let's put it that way. 2016, and then 2020, the price of gold had increased by 40%, and the number of adoptions in the UK between 2016 and 2020 increased by 40%. So I say she's flesh, she's mammon, mammon, mammon. But we all need so much more, and I just like, I don't know. I hope this all was helpful. I have 1%. I'm going to go if it cuts off, otherwise it'll go forever. Namaste. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, enjoy my playlists. And share my work. I'm going. Your stream will stop immediately, and you and your guests will no longer be live.